Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott, and today's shave is with Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Ascension Razor. So that's the adjustable double open comb, what they call a double open comb. And we'll get to that adjustment part here in a minute. And of course, A&E Vetiver Magnefique. There we go, say it properly. And you will notice, let me just take it off and sniff. Yeah, nice scent to that. Of course, one scoop out of that with my clean spoon. The rest of this gets set aside for a giveaway when I get about, a baker's dozen of these samples. I use one a week that I show you, and then I save and we have a giveaway. So yeah, we're probably with that, we're probably not quite halfway to the next giveaway. So after next week, we'll be halfway there, and then I got to do another like 6 or 7, and we'll be there. So with that, I will show you how the soap whipped up wonderfully. There is so much soap in there. And yeah, Aaron and Evans, if you know what going in, you whip this up well, because it does take a little bit more soap. So there's like probably a teaspoonful of soap, water in this. After I put the little spoon size, almond size in the bottom there and smushed it out, I put like a teaspoon of water in there, and of course 2 shakes and a squeeze on my brush after I got it wet. But today, we're not doing the usual washing the face first. I did not wash my face because I'm trying a new product. So yeah, but you hear me getting my washcloth wet here and then warm seawater, so I'm gonna squeeze it out a little bit. I'm still very drenched with water. And we're only gonna shave the neck. Notice, yes, I have 4 days of growth here, and that's gonna continue for the next week or two. So I am gonna shave my neck and my cheeks a little bit, but that's all for now because I'm growing out the hair so I can shape what I call my summer facial hair. So I want to put a little shape to it. So if I grow it out first, it's just easy to trim down to that. So yeah, so the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be a little scraggy. There we go. And of course, we're going to do the cheeks. I've got that little damp. I don't know that I have to do that with this product, but I'm using a new product. I'm not even going to show it to you. I'm not even going to show you the front of it to tell you what brand it is. You'll see that in an upcoming video this coming week. So this is a blue cream, or not cream, with gel, I guess you call it. It's a blue gel. And this is a pre-shave conditioner, they call it. So I'm giving you clues. If you've seen this product, you know what this is already. And I'll show it to you, really introduce it next week. But I'm going to try it for the first time today. Okay, and it goes on. It feels very, it's a gel, went on, it still feels very moist. And it's supposed to soften the whiskers. Like I'm always touting with my gray whiskers, I really need to do a pre-wash. I have to, because I need to soften the whiskers for a shave. If I don't, it's just too rough and it's not comfortable. So we're going to try this. All I did was warm it a little bit with a warm washcloth for, 30 seconds at most. You saw what I did. So that's all we're doing. That's all the grace we're giving it this morning. We're going to try that out with this 4 days growth. Now, of course, I've got my soap here, which way overkill for the amount, because you know that I'm only going to shave just really much to the neck, a little bit on the cheeks, a little bit on the cheeks. I like to get high on the cheeks too, just so I don't look so Cro-Magnon man, ish. So that's what we're going to do for now. So we're going to neaten it up. So yeah, we're growing some facial hair, but we're going to keep it neat. Even the days when I grow full beard, still would be trimming it and keeping it, and always shave the neck. Beard or not, I always shave the neck. It just feels way more comfortable for me to shave the neck. For you beard guys, I'm just curious, for those of you who have full beard like all the time, do you shave your neck? Do you not shave your neck? How does it feel between the two? What's your honest opinion? That's what I'd like to hear. So with this, let's start here. I can't really say pass 1, 2, and 3. I guess we can on the neck, but up here, I'm really not going to do many passes per se. I'm just going to shaping it in a little bit, just the top. That's all I'm doing. Keep it in, flip it around the other side. That's it. That's all I'm doing up top. So just giving it a kind of a smoothing out straight line. Now we're going to do the usual 3 passes on the neck. So with the grain, is for me on the neck is up. On the face it's down, but on the neck it's up. Okay, pass 1 is there. And yeah, it definitely needs a couple more passes. Now we're going to pause for a minute just so I can show you this. Okay, the Ascension Razor from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Of course, when we all abbreviate PAA because Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements is a lot to say. Sorry, Brandon Douglas, just tongue-in-cheek there, but friends there. So yeah, I really love your products. And so with this one, I've already got this pre-adjusted. To me, this adjusts by going, you just turn it. There's no notches, there's no numbers, there's nothing. You just get used to what you like. So I'm going to go ahead and snug this down. There we go. It's snugged down now. And it goes from, you go, basically half a turn is full aggressiveness for the way this is supposed to adjust. So that would be full adjusted for opening. And it opens up the gap here a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let me close it back up. See if you can see. I'm not sure if you can see that, but let's try. Of course, move my hand off it there too. Does that? I don't know if you could tell that, but you can feel it. I can tell you can feel the difference. But for my comfort level, I find that I don't like it with this blade in there all the way open. I prefer a quarter turn. So I'm going to turn it back. There we go. How many degrees is that? 45 degrees. So I turned it back. So I'm only open a quarter of a turn. That's the way I like the adjustment on this one. And it's stiff and snug, and yeah, that doesn't move. I was concerned when I first got it that it might, go open and all that, but no, you can tell it's the firmness of it. I have no issues. And I've got a gasket in there too. That probably opens up a little bit as well. Just a bit. But this is my comfort level, what I like, what I enjoy. The comfort versus, aggressiveness to get that balance you like. So I like this because it lets you tweak it a little bit. And this is not overly aggressive. I know it looks like it is with that double open because the top cap has open teeth on it too, so you'd think it's going to rip it apart. It doesn't. I can tell you this is a very comfortable, mild razor when it's full closed. It is, so anybody with a sensitive, you would still be able to enjoy this razor. Now, the second pass is across the grain. There we go. And I can tell you, it was bugging me working at my desk all day yesterday. I was at my desk for about 12 hours yesterday, and yeah, the neck hair was bothering me. Yeah, the 3 days growth yesterday. Now, of course, today it's the 4th day of growth. Let's see. Let's of course get this and let's load that up again. There we go. I can tell you comfort-wise that pre-shave conditioning gel seems to help. I don't feel like the rougher whiskers if it was like a dry whisker. It doesn't feel like that also. So far, I'm kind of impressed with it, especially on 4 days growth. First time use of this stuff. And so, yeah, I'm asking a lot of it, but so far it's given it to me. So now we're going to try a third pass. This is where the rubber hits the road. Third pass, how does this feel? We're going against the grain. Oh, that feels nice. Right here, my thickest part of my whole face is right here. Oh, effortless, effortless. So that pre-shave product is good. And we all know my usual pre-shave is the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements pre-shave cube soap face pre-wash. And that has always sustained me for years, but this is doing a nice job. Yes. Oh, yes. Between the razor, the pre-shave conditioner, and this, the razor, the conditioner, and the soap. Yeah, this is feeling really good. So I'm just going to do a little buffing pass too. That knocked it down really well. But I'd like to really just get it that much closer, so I'm going to splash a little water, wake up the slickness in the soap. So I only do half face at a time. Go that way. You try to go both angles. Yep. Right there. Could use some more. There we go. That's good. Do the other side. Water on that side. Wake up that slickness. That is, oh, one spot. Yep, it's gone. Okay. There, so let me pause and wash up. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. Just washed off the face of the warm washcloth, and let's see if you can see the defined line now where the beard meets the shaving part of the face. And even on the, here you go, if I get the proper angle with light, you can see that line is right there. See if we can see the other side of that line, if you can see that. So yes, we're giving some definition. Even though it's scraggy, it's only 4 days growth. But in this, I want to grow this out probably for at least a couple of weeks to get enough length to where I can feel comfortable in my trimming it down, and just so I can shape it and see it well. That's the way I like to do it. Some of you can just do day one and just shape it and know what you're doing. And yeah, I'm not that good. And I see this. There are templates out there. I've seen the facial templates, and I just don't want to do that. But this is the way I do it. And so feel free to comment. I'm kind of curious to see how do you define facial hair and things like that too as well. So you've seen what I do. Seen a couple of products today, but see, we've done that. We've washed that up here. I'm going to, whoops, I didn't splash any cold water yet. Let me just do that real quickly here. Real quickly, we'll just splash some on the cheeks a little bit. And of course, on the neck. Dripping it everywhere. Okay, yeah. There we go. Just to help close those pores just a little bit. Especially because, if I'm going to get an ingrown hair, it's going to be on the neck. That's where they come in. So I like to use that cold water. Just part of my process. Now, for an aftershave, we're going to follow up with just good Old Spice. Yeah, it's the newer one, all that. So yeah, just like to have it around. Been using this forever. There we go, nice generous dollop in the hands. Yeah. Alrighty, just good old classic tried and true. That's what today's, it's being Saturday, that's what today's aftershave is, so yeah. And I'm on vacation this coming week here. I'll be working on the honey-do list on a few projects I have to do. Going to start in today on dismantling some exercise equipment we no longer use to make that fit through the basement door and out the garage, so yeah. So that's today's agenda. But feeling good today with a shave, for the parts I did shave. And hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and go with God.